position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's done. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's done. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
At the 45 on his way. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Power football with the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The missed 51-yard field goal now gives this offense good starting field position at its own 34. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And the Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man down.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
To the air on second down. Got a man in the middle. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Using his feet to buy time. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Really good 3rd down defense, man. Understanding the sticks and getting him in 3rd and long, first of all, is where they won first. And then playing the pass, breaking on the football, forcing a 4th down, and in their own territory for the offense. Great job by this team.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Brewer. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
He's got it on the outside. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. That last completion sets them up on second down. Now the play fake. Looking to buy time. Breaks into the open. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And the Bruins trying to cash it in on first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, UCLA! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Comes out ready to go. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Gonna swing it on second down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That pass is incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Hoosiers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Hoosiers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. Always fun to see two of the better.
Touchdown, Bruins! Special teams proving to be special. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
There he goes. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Here's a hit. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box, so he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Makes a move. Touchdown, UCLA. Stealing a score on special teams. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Got room to work. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Tempo and overdrive.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He lets it fly. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Brewer. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
That's reeled in. It's Morris. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. You know, these guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Bruins come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it... manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
He might want another play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buying some time. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try the run. Find some fresh air. Turning it on. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it down. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get...
Breaks into the open. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Finds his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, that play right there shows me the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got the tight end outside. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Trying to barge their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Here we go on fourth and goal, ground to cover. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. They'll leave it with him. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Hoosiers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Hoosiers will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Buys a little time with his feet. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he's...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, you got to love the effort, selling out for that. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
And the Bruins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Caught behind the line. It's Morris. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to barrel in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one splits the uprights. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels, but to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Takes the easy completion.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Tight end now in motion. Just keeps swinging it. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He'll try to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The give to the back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
The Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Indiana. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt punt the ball away and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Off-play action on first down. He's going for it all. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man. It's Morris. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game 2. As complete a win as they've had for some time. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
The Hoosiers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Hoosiers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Hoosiers hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going for it all. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun. Give on the inside. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The offense changing the play. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Oh, they're after him. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Connection to the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program.